Good morning, good morning. That looks like somebody from Greenwood.
Yes, it is.
Welcome, Nancy. Thank you for joining us this morning. Did you have any difficulty?
Nope, I just clicked on your little, the email you sent the other day and clicked on that. And well, of course, I must have had to put it on my computer. You know how wasn't on there yet. So
Sure. Okay. Well, you are a power user, and thank you for Greenwood. We should be, we usually have a small group of regular 2 or 3 people, and there's Doug Fitzgerald, which is the way that Missy usually looks like. So we'll
Code name for Miss.
Okay, but I mean, this looks like somebody from Eagle.
Eagle.
So we have Greenwood and we have Eagle. Missy, good morning.
Good morning.
Were you able to get to the kids to school?
They are sleeping right next to me. So
Excellent. Well, we'll try not to make too much noise here. Real quickly here. Are you?
Wrong document.
Goodness. What's going on?
Okay. Are you able to see my cursor?
We're looking at your text document.
Right. And so I'm trying to somehow or another I managed to close the agenda. So I'm looking for that, and I want to open that and share that with everybody.
Stop sharing so that you can find it quicker.
Okay. Can everyone see my cursor?
I'm on my launch page for some reason.
Okay.
Do I just click out of it?
Oh, you can minimize that screen. Kind of click the minus sign on the top right corner, and your video screen will be behind it. It just opens a different
like this
window for video.
Is this better?
Oh, okay. Well, we see Nancy, and I'm looking at the agenda. Is everyone able
You're
to
not
see?
seeing the agenda. You need to stop sharing and then share again.
no.
That's no.
No.
Okay. Let me stop sharing, and I will. Okay.
Yep, that's it.
There we go.
There we go. Okay. The purpose of the agenda and the recording is to make sure that anybody and everybody's comments are captured and nothing's overlooked and looked in the course of the meeting. First of all, I just wanted to remind. I mean, this is the June meeting of Nebraska Community Websites Project Editors, first Thursday, and my name is John Harrington. That's Irena, and we can see that we are being joined with Nancy. Nancy, do you want us to give us a thumbs up? That's Greenwood, thumbs up. And Eagle, can I get a thumbs up? There we go. Okay. And I wanted to say we've been doing this for a bit. These meetings are important, and it's strictly voluntary, and we have and there is Springfield, and that looks like Springfield. Connie, are you there?
Hi,
Connie,
Connie,
can you see and hear us?
the top of your head. Yeah, that's
Okay.
better.
Connie, I'd like to introduce Nancy from Greenwood.
Hello.
Hi.
And
I
of course, we know Missy. And I was just mentioning that the first Thursday meeting is strictly voluntary, but the purpose of the meeting is to try to make the project of creating the newsletters as easy and as rewarding as possible. And my job in this whole thing is to try to figure out how to solve problems and to create incentives to try to make sure that producing the weekly newsletter is as comfortable and easy and rewarding as possible. And you may have noticed, by the way, um, congratulations, everybody, or welcome to D-Day, the D-Day commemoration, 75 years, and certainly we have a lot to be thankful for there. But you will, and Connie, are you able to see the agenda?
Yes.
Okay. One of the things that you'll note is that it's getting close to July, and every July we look to come up with new programs to reward the editors, and those of you who've been around for the last 3 years have been through several of them. We're introducing a program today, which we hope is going to be well received, but we'll see. Okay, and basically, you know, our role in this whole thing is to share the revenues. You know, advertising produces revenues. It also produces wonderful results for the advertisers. You know, if it's a small lawn service or a heating air conditioning company or whatever that wants to do business in Eagle or a Greenwood or a Springfield or whatever, you know, for them to place their ad is of value. It brings their business to the mind of people who read the newsletters and so forth. And so we get more and more, you know, with the quality of the newsletters, and this is all tied together. The better newsletters you write, the more effort you put into the newsletter, and the better the quality of the newsletter, the more it benefits people to advertise. Okay, so we have right now we have in place, and I encourage you to try this at whatever point with your own phone. If you text to the short code 72727, and you don't have to be afraid, that is short code that we, Irena and I own. But if you text to 72727, the word ads, ADS, okay, you will get a response on your phone with a link that's clickable that will bring you to the ability for an advertiser to look through and browse the different ads that are available and potentially go to a shopping cart and either purchase with PayPal or fill out a form and, you know, be able to ask for an invoice or whatever. It's pretty friendly. We've been involving this for a while. But here is the important thing. We're now sharing 50%. So it's an even split between us, Nebraska Community Websites Project, and the editors. So this is, you know, this is not insignificant. I mean, first of all, this is by no means mandatory. I mean, this is something, if you feel inclined to do it, if you want some assistance to do it, if you have somebody that asks about it, please answer them, encourage them to talk to you and us together. But we want to make sure that that you get 50% of the revenues, which could be significant, because if they follow that link, and you can see the option of texting ads to 72727, the option is to visit, I'm going to visit Nebraska Community websites. Are you able to see NCWP? My cursor. And there's a link here called Buy Advertising on ncwp.org. And the most important thing here, do you see this thing that I'm highlighting? Do you see it? It says, please tell us who referred you. Mm-hmm. Okay. So this can be the name Connie. It can be the name Missy. It can be Eagle. It can be Alvo. It can be Avoca. It can be whatever. Just so long as we can trace it back to you. So if we're not working with that client directly, we want to make sure that that 50% of the ad revenues gets to the right person. And we want to make sure that that's clear. So this makes it clear, and and you can see at that point they can go to the cart and check out. I mean, right there and then, if they choose to do that, because the editor is paid as soon as we receive the revenues. Okay, so the good news is, if you have had somebody off on the side, a bank or a real estate company or somebody who's really interested in the community that simply has not taken that step, now would be a good time to encourage them, because when they decide to proceed, okay, and understand, this does not preclude proofing their ad, making sure that their ad is edited so it's just exactly perfect for their business or whatever. But at the point when they're happy with this and they pay for it and so forth, at the point that we receive the revenues from that advertiser, that day we're going to pay the editor. Okay, so this could be significant. I mean, if you're the sort of individual who encounters these sorts of folks from time to time, and if there is a fair amount of them, and if it's very successful. Now, here's the good news. The good news is that that bank or that HVAC company that puts that ad up, then when you're doing your newsletter and it causes you to think, well, there's one little bit, maybe there's an interview or there's something that I could add to the newsletter that would make it just that much better. It just encourages you to go the extra mile to just make sure that newsletter is the best it possibly can, so that advertiser goes, wow, I paid my $25 or $50 or whatever for my ads. I've never made a better advertising decision in my life. This works really well. I'm so pleased that Connie mentioned this, or Nancy, or whatever. So my job is to try to come up with ways where we can share with the editors to try to make the project as satisfying and rewarding financially and personally and within the community and so forth. So that's my job, and every July I will come up with something else, as long as I've still got this job. Okay, I'm going to clam up for a second. Questions? I must have explained it really well. Okay.
Very early.
All right. Well, and it may be that it's just very early. And again, welcome, Nancy, for the first time. And again,
Welcome back, Nancy.
Excuse me?
Thank you.
Yeah. Normally at 8:01 every meeting, we switch, because one of the suggestions that came out months ago was that we have a top editor contest, and we would reward with points when editors went above and beyond the call of duty, when they did something that they didn't have to do, but they did it. They created an editorial, they created an interview, they created an embedded video. They did something to make their newsletter just that much more enjoyable. We decided we would award them points on something called a card. And for those of you who are not clear at any point, you can go to NCWP, and where it says editors, you can mouse down.
You need to share the screen.
I'm sorry. Okay, hang on a second. I will do that now. And just this, because this is the sort of thing that's, you know, people don't remember necessarily. Okay, can you see my cursor?
Yes.
Okay, when we go over to Nebraska Community Websites Project, you can see that if you mouse over where it says editors and you drop down to where it says cards, at any point you can go to NCWP and you can drop down, and the only contest that we have right now is the May contest, and you can click on the May contest and it will tell you what the scores are. By the way, as long as we're here, I want to remind also, up here, if you mouse over editors and you drop down to posters and you click posters, there is a poster for everybody, which has one of the things that you get awarded if you post this poster and you send in a phone a picture of the posted poster, you get what is it, 5 points, Irina? I forget, but we have various things in scoring, okay? And one of the things that you get up here is if we know that you have posted a poster once a month, it's 5 points. Okay. So these scores are cumulative. I mean, if these are new mobile subscribers, is a point apiece. And by the way, if you post the poster, it will encourage subscribers, mobile subscribers in the laundromat or whatever. And you know, when as they subscribe, you get a point for that. Okay. So with that, by the way, questions? Okay, the part that we're all looking forward to and that we enjoy, and this was a bit of a nail biter. Then, but the May top editor contest was close. But this is the point that I switched it over to our head bean counter, our chief financial officer, the person with the revenues to share, Irina, and she will make the award. The top 3 scores have cash awards. Take it away, Irina.
Okay. The May scores are the following. In first place with 34 points is, again, Missy at Eagle, Nebraska. She sold 3 ads this month and got some tweets and additional subscribers. And also second place with 33 points, only 1 point different really, is Pat at Murray, Nebraska.
Congratulations, Murray.
And the third place with 23 points, Louisville, Nebraska. So the first prize, the first place prize is $75. The second place prize for Murray, $30, and the third place prize for Louisville is $15.
Very good. Congratulations again. This, I feel like a broken record. I mean, Missy just absolutely has dominated. She's figured out how to make this contest work, and the Eagle newsletters are fantastic, and the community is very much appreciating them, and we're delighted. And Missy, again, I have to ask you, what is your secret?
Well, get out of the comfort zone, because we have a new person with a business that has reached out, and so I've reached out to her, and I'll be meeting with her, and doing things like that is again out of my comfort zone, but I'll be meeting with her and writing an editorial about her business and doing those kind of things. So, all of it's out of my comfort zone, but you just got to step out.
That is exactly what the contest is all about. It's not mandatory by any stretch of the imagination. It's my hope that Nahaka and that Avoca will participate in Greenwood, and that it will make the overall, because the fact of the matter is somebody's reading the Avoca newsletter, they're also reading the Springfield. We have found out by talking to people that it cross-pollinates, and the whole project is more valuable and more enjoyable because the entire community, and this was part of the original concept, was to bring the entire county together and let these little isolated burgs be able to communicate and do business together. And that was where Nebraska Community Websites Project was originally created. So yes, I see somebody with a hand in the air.
Question for Connie. Are you getting ready for the Springfield Days this weekend?
Yes, Springfield Days is this weekend, so I'm on the committee, so I'll be out and about working Springfield Days.
When exactly is parade starting?
At 2 o'clock.
2 p.m. on Saturday.
Pardon?
2 p.m. on Saturday?
Yes, on Saturday.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, so everybody go to Springfield at 2 p.m. Saturday and enjoy the parade.
The duck drop.
And the duck, yeah, and the duck drop. That's really,
Duck drop?
yes. Well, it's rubber ducks down Main Street.
Not like Avoca.
No, yeah, not real ducks. Lots of rubber ducks. 580 ducks will be floating down Main Street, and there's 40 prizes. So
holy mackerel! 580 ducks.
Yes,
That's worth seeing.
It's fun.
Okay, and again, please go ahead and make any comments, any suggestions on you have the ability to edit the agenda any way that you want. So to make sure that none of your ideas, your suggestions, because this is all about you and your suggestions and your comfort, and whether we all work together, this is enjoyable and successful. So thank you, everybody. I thoroughly enjoy Wednesday reading all the wonderful newsletters, and I feel like I get a chance to visit all the communities. So anyways, anything further, or can I get a motion to adjourn?
I'll motion.
Can I get a second? Okay. With that, thank you, everybody. We'll see you first Thursday in July, and I will send everybody a copy of this.
It is 4th of July.
Well, maybe I won't. So we'll get back to you.
It will be a different Thursday or a different day.
Okay. Thanks, everybody, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Nice to meet you guys.
Yeah, you too.
Nice to meet you too.